The evil Isbale is dead. The doctor will see you now. Permit me to mark it on your map. Do not tarry. He urgently desires to speak with the magnificence that is you, Losa. A word of warning to you, my dear Losa. One you would do well to heed. Do not make the doctor wait.
I keep seeing imaginary void-woken around every corner. I don't know if I'll ever feel safe in these streets again.
Here. If you're looking for Kat, she's evaluating all of Kem's antiquities. It'll be a while, but hey, why not do some shopping while you wait? You'll love what I've got. Well, this is the estate of the venerable Kems. We've all come to trade with Linda and his missus, but with recent events, let's just say they're busy. But Kat's inside. She'll come up with something. She's an appraiser, and our boss to boot. You'll meet her if you head inside. If you've got anything she's interested in, could be she'll make you a good deal. Could be a really good deal.
I got real lucky when the Voidwoken attacked. They didn't go anywhere near the Chem estate. I know some people that lost everything. Some, maybe, but most of us are here to trade with Kem. He's tough to nail down. Luckily, our appraiser Kat's already made her way into the estate. The Kems lost nothing in the attack, so Kat'll try to convince them to share a little. She's our leader, and a damn fine appraiser too. Meet her inside and she might even trade with you.
Friend.
What more to convince you? More Voidwoken? A plague? An earthquake? Arx is doomed. Our future is elsewhere.
Pharaoh, come on. Where's this elsewhere that's better than Arx? This is the greatest city in the world. I'll leave it over my dead body.
Exactly. Your dead body. My dead body. This place is dead. We can be together anywhere.
Keep out of this.
This is not a good time. Please leave us.
The Doctor thanks you for your assistance on Blood Moon Island. In thanks, he offers some words of advice. Look to the lizard consulate. Powerful magic can be found there.
Weak faith enables tragedies such as these. Safeguard yourself and your loved ones. Join us in the endless prayer. Stranger, I implore you, turn back. There is naught within but black ash and void. The consulate lies in ruin. Accursed flames lap at every corner. The paladins are great and faithful warriors, but some tragedies even they can't undo. I'm sure it's a tale you've heard before, and I'm sure it has the same twist. And then there were Voidwoken. A few lizards managed to escape to Kem's estate. The rest... they were consumed by cursed flames. Yes, I bore witness to your feat at the gates. Your skills have proven invaluable to Arx. But I'm afraid the terrors waiting within the consulate aren't so... tangible. You'd have to be mad to continue. And if you managed to escape, you'd be madder still. I can't say more.
Are the paladins just going to stand around while the city burns?
This monster is
They
huge.
took care of the Void Woken,
The
right?
men died to bring it down.
Give it time. They've got a lot to do.
The paladins are saying the Magisters did this. To think we trusted them.
You're surprised that the Void Woken attacked the Lizard Embassy first. Them dreamers use saucer, I'm telling you.
Funny how it's our consulate that's burning, isn't it? Mark me. The ancient empire does not forget.
Staring death in the eye.
The Void Woken tore down the consulate's barricades like they were paper. I pray that Solsticer keeps the Empire safe from the Void.
I barely escaped the consulate with my life. No thanks to the Order's supposedly elite paladins.
Careful! This fire's of the void! Infernal stuff. Can't be put out by normal means. Best to wait it out. It'll have to...
Void woken. Arks used to be safe from those things. Not anymore.
The lizards inside the consulate never stood a chance. It's all the bloody Magister's fault. They can have the dead to their butcher's bill.
Because they're collaborating with the Black Ring. It's no coincidence that those monstrosities appeared just as we confronted them about their betrayal. At least Lord Kem's putting a stop to them now. By all means. But if you run into trouble, don't expect me to stick my neck out to help you.
The consulate's in
This is no
shambles.
ordinary fire. Water has no effect. Better to just contain it until it dies down.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city? Well, Rav, at some point, long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes. To quicken the people's river of tears, or to stave them. Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war? My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds. Good question, Callisti. You know, I think it must be Circe. The sea air, the fish pies, and the delicious air of desperation as hovers over all port towns. Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask for a little gold, if you have... What do you say, Rav? Now, what poem would you care to hear? An old classic or an original verse? Take a seat, Rav, make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat. And... I've walked this earth, each vale and...
I like your loot. Can I sell you a real one?
From forests fair to cities bleak. And in each place I've come to find... my surest friend is my own mind. From my home in Alaroth, I packed my life up in a cloth. I set my course far on the map. And here I am to tip my cap.
Real antiques at realistic prices. Who cares to trade?
The city is swarming with pilgrims. The house is swarming with salamanders. My patience is wearing quite thin.
A word of warning. There are lizards in the house. Kem trusts them, but I do not.
Yet, at my word, the mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days. I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Sir has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Kem. Oh, I meant, of course, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was inflicted upon the Imperial Consulate. It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn, but no doubt we all rejoice at the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say? As you so rightfully point out, sir, quite unlike a butler. Oh, gracious, her? I truly hope you are not in cahoots with that brazen peddler. Well, she's in the dining room. Lady Kem is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing. I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction, should he deem it fit to do so. I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with Milord Kem at this precise moment, sir. Milord left early in the morning in pursuit of business, and he hasn't yet returned. I'm not privy to the details of Milord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. A most noble task, I'm sure. Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case I once more apologize profusely, you'll most likely find Milord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous sentence lacked clarity, being the firebrands I alluded to. Yes, do please excuse me, for I've a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
Shh, she'll find me.
I found you. I saw Daddy with some weird-looking cat in the garden. I think he was even talking to it. He called it Archew, I think. Anyway, I asked if I could pet it, but Daddy shooed me away.
I'm working here. Leave me be.
For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, ever so sorry. I thought you were that rotten butler about to warn me once again to take the ocular, not the tactile approach. I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find. Because that little snob thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion, appraising his precious lord's collection of antiques. Just you try judging the state of a Vedistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers. Oh, he's all blood and battle, all right. Until you show him a Ferolian snuff box or an ancient imperial fainting couch, then he's as giddy as a cat in a field of catnip. He knows very well I'm the best in the business. Asked me to value his collection personally. I'm merely appraising the many antiques gathered in here in this beautiful mansion. What else would I be doing? My, you do drive a hard bargain, don't you? Very well. Consider yourself invited. Now listen closely. Rumour has it that Lord Kim's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. His entire house is but a smokescreen for the real treasure hidden underneath. I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault, but if you do, I swear the entire hoard is yours. No questions asked. All I want in return for this information is a trio of curios that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. Everything else is yours. A most satisfactory arrangement. There are only whispers of a vault and quieter whispers still of what it may contain. But at least you know now that it's there. Probably. Did you find them?
Come out, wherever you are.
The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity.
Lord Kem be joining us, my lady.
Linda, I fear, is far too busy with his little coup.
I hope everything is to your
Perhaps he may find
utmost
some time
satisfaction.
for us later. But let's not hold our breath, shall we? Morty? I don't believe you're here at my behest, are you, darling? Do feel free to rest your feet elsewhere in the manor before being on your way. Ta-ta.
Yes, quite.
Tell me about yourself.
I must take advantage of the moment. We are only granted an audience by invitation.
A striking painting, truly, and featuring a familiar face.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Possibly Ram's finest work. You may recognize the people in it. Alexander, of course, the dwarven queen Justinia, Gongi of the ancient empire, and the graceful Tiriara, the great elven seer. The Quorum. It was here that they made history, in this very room, in fact. The Voidwoken invasion was in its infancy, and it was becoming clear that the creatures were drawn to source. Bishop Alexander called the Quorum together. He demanded the elves, dwarves, and lizards agree to his plan. Gather and quarantine source users across Rivalon. An excellent question. As it happens, the other three rebuffed Alexander's demands. The Lizard King, stately when silent, yet so great was his descent I was sure his shouts would split the ground open beneath us. A travesty! Alexander sought to protect us all from a scourge. The fork-tongued devil would sooner usher in a dark age than round up the troublemakers.
I hope everything is to your utmost
Goodness!
satisfaction.
You mustn't be so sensitive. While you twitter and fret, men like Gongi may be Rivalon's downfall. Then there was the Queen. Smart as a whip, that one, and just as likely to sting you. Justinia listened to Alexander intently. I'd always thought of dwarves as pragmatic. I presumed she would ally with him, but she proved disloyal. The dwarves would not be part of his plan. I had forgotten that pragmatism is usually partnered with stubbornness, particularly when accompanied by an overabundance of ale. Attention turned to Tiriara. Perhaps she would bolster Alexander's position. The Elven seer. Her heart bled, she said. A millennium of memories warned against a pogrom, she said. She would not assist the great Alexander. No great loss, I must add. The elves are scattered to the wind. Their influence is as thin as a dying willow's twig. Besides, like any elf, Tiriara's head floats in the clouds. They tell wonderful stories, but live fantasies as absurd as any lizard dreamers. Well, as lovely as story time has been, I'd say you've worn out your welcome. I won't be so rude to ask you to leave, but I will not insist that you stay either.
Oh, I bit the master Kim, I did. I could have sworn it was another man in a master suit, but it weren't. Now I'm in the doghouse like the humans say. Oh, I couldn't help it. I swear, it came all smelled like when the garden man cuts down a decayed tree, like he was using flowers to hide the rots. Only nudging and tail wag the next time, I promise. No licking, though. I don't want to taste the rot again.
Tragedy befell us at the consulate, but at least Lord Kem offered us pleasantries and protection. He's one of the few truly honorable souls left in this city.
The lizard consulate is gone. All that survives of it is what I managed to take with me. Care to see what I have? Perhaps we can make an arrangement. It was quite terrible and wonderful. Slaughter, death, opportunity. We were gathered there in anticipation of Lucian's Day, when suddenly the ground shook, monsters howled for blood, and fires raged around us. Many a great name perished in that sudden hell. As for myself, I'm glad I survived long enough to collect what treasures I could. Surely you might find something useful among them? Oh, it was devastating, to be sure. But what good does mourning do for either the living or the dead? I found a spot of fortune in the flames.
The Doctor thanks you for your help on Blood Moon Island. Some advice from him in thanks. Explore the gardens of Linda Kem. An entrance to his vault of treasures lies hidden there.
The water. Sorrow. Our joy shall be the God-woken's sorrow. Our joy sorrow. The advocate is dead. The doctor is in. The advocate. The prey offers itself. Take it. The prey offers. Take it.
Source in the air. He must be near. Kem. The doctor sends his regards.
When not in flower, it barely stinks at all.
Another blow-in. And this used to be such a nice neighborhood. Well, where should I start? Lethal plants is pretty high on the list. Not to mention kids rampaging in the pool, splashing about, doing Lucian knows what underwater, and scaring all the flies away. And then there are the self-styled heroes like you charging in there, thinking they're just gonna cut down that demonic foliage with a slice or two. Not likely. You heard me, mister. You're part of the problem. I tell you, I've had quite enough. Quite.
Jimmy, prithee wake thyself.
Huh?
Hey, buck thyself up, Jimmy lad. We art blessed with a visitor. Deceased? Bunkum. Sweet Jimmy is just resting his eyes. Sir must be aware that one often needs a small nap after a large dinner, and Jimmy just ingested a banquet.
Sir? Sir! Quit thy poking and prithee leave yon Jimmy alone. Our lad will ruffle up his feathers in his own sweet time.
Jimmy? Jimmy? What is it we do?
Oh, blast and bother, Jimmy! Show some civility to our esteemed visitor, won't you? Fare thee well! We'll tell Jimmy you stopped by.
I don't know what just happened, but I do know that I can't taste anything. And that is the worst feeling in the whole world. What? What? No more treats from camp? No more tasty treats? Indeed, and quite delicious it was too. Cam always liked me the best. He gave me lots of treats like that. Those others with their fancy names, he never gave them treats like me.
Sir, you sent me from the meadows near Driftwood. Carol Ann Fluffinster at your service, sir. That I have, sir. Thank you, sir. Bred and trained for service I am, sir, and proud to be some help, sir. Wherever the whistle calls me, sir, though no doubt with the war preparations the way they are now, I'll be called up to the front lines, sir.
Yes? Can't you smell the fine aroma of owl shit? This is the Owlry, Lord Kem's communications link with the rest of Rivellon. Right now, I'm sending my fluffy friends to mobilise paladins to readiness. War is imminent. But Lord Kem's a good leader, a good man. He'll protect us. I'm sure of it. I suppose he sent you for the latest news? Rivellon's a big place, darling, and all of it in a shambles. Where exactly do you want to know about? We haven't heard anything from Fort Joy in a good long time, ever since a group of renegade sorcerers escaped, killing Bishop Alexander in the process. I'm no fan of Magisters, not anymore, but I can't help but think that Alexander's death was unfortunate. Dallas is only making everything worse. I intercepted some Magister communications from there a while ago. Seems like their Voidwoken problems have decreased lately, but they're not quite sure why. They're preparing for war with the Divine Order, with all three houses riled up in a frenzy. The House of Dreams are communing with dead warriors. The House of Lore are drawing up new maps for after the war. And the House of War? Well, the House of War are in their element. Same old story. The Queen is trying to quench the rebellion, but the rebels are too quick for her. And in all that, the traders are getting more powerful while the nobility weakens. What part they'll play in the upcoming war remains to be seen. Good luck out there. You'll need it. We all will. Back again. Make it quick, I've urgent communiques to send. I doubt it. That's probably just Jimmy taking a nap, that fat owl. He eats a lot. Poor lad hasn't been able to fly properly in months. Lord Kem feeds him too many treats, and who am I to stop him?
No surprise there. Jimmy'll sniff out a fresh corpse from half a mile away, I swear it.
Death's hardly a rarity in Arks of late, so the city's been a veritable feast. Good luck out there. You'll need it. We all will.
God's holy mother of divine, that's loud! Open this, that water will need to be drained somehow. Was hiding. Looks like Kem's locked this hatch on top of submerging it. He must have a lot to hide.
You must seek to torment her too. Every time you draw near, she screams and pleads. The terror of the pure is beautiful. You tried this trick before and failed. Leave us! No! No! The child is ours! You will not save her!
You saved me! You gave me my name back! Thank you. The monster... It made me do things. Horrible things. It showed me how bad things can get. But I'm still here, and it isn't. I think I'll be alright now. I don't know. Maybe my family's still out there somewhere. Or maybe I'm alone. Maybe that's a good thing. I've had to share my head for so long. It'll be good to be alone for a while. Hey, do you know the magic-y stuff everyone's so scared of? Source. I can use Source. It helped me to keep the monster from winning entirely. I don't need it anymore. I want you to have it. I'm going to go and find my cat now. He must be lonely without me. Bye. I won't forget you.
Find out. Tell Lord Kem that we won't let this lie. 564 prisoners. 564! We can't let it lie. You saw this with your own eyes? I see it in you. You did. This is abhorrent. Outrageous. Evil. Dallas and her whites. They must be involved. This cruelty, this disregard for life's spark. It is the mark not just of the Black Ring, but of the Hammer. You've done the Paladins a great service. The better we understand the ways of the whites, the closer we come to ending their horrors.
I'm not really looking for a chat, if you get my meaning.
Is that... Wait, really? They're gone? That's good news. Maybe our hard work wasn't all for nothing then. Is there anything I can do to show my thanks? Well, at the risk of saying something I shouldn't, that whole mansion is weird. She sits in that drawing room serving tea all day. As for him, well, he doesn't even sleep in the same room as his wife. He has his own bedroom, does Kem, and it's always locked. He's got secrets, you see. Trapdoors and ladders. Where they lead, I don't know, but his wife knows nothing about them. Anyway, you've certainly been a breath of fresh air. You're no Griff, but it's been good having you around.
In his attic.
Did Kem write this, do you suppose? Or did he just confiscate it from someone else?
I'm more concerned about who the target's going to be.
Someone has taken a great interest in Dallas. His most ancient valuables.
What a fool I've been. Thieving was the best chance I had of keeping afloat in this wretched city. Never thought that would mean trying to impress a band of urchins, let alone getting crushed by a damn golem. Big tomorrow said they'd let me in their grubby little guild if I helped them nab that painting of Kem's, the second passion of Lucian. Well, we made it in all right, and while Kem's constructs tore me to shreds, they all ran off with a painting. If you don't know her, it's best to keep it that way. That thieves' guild of hers is a cutthroat bunch of young'uns.
The First Passion of Lucian, a genuine Hubert Oak masterpiece. The Third Passion of Lucian. Hubert Oak's brushwork is unmistakable.
Lucian's glorious return. This is what everyone's waiting for. Ah, the second passion of Lucian. A beautiful work, truly. I've spotted something.
Such a long journey you have undertaken. In the service of thieving charlatans, in pursuit of that which you will never obtain.
I saw your abysmal treatment of my servant Isbale. Please, test my patience no further. This is your last chance. Abandon this folly, leave, and never return.
I am the past. I will be the future. I am the God King. You are but a misguided servant. Heed my words and leave. I do not wish you harm unless you force my hand. Because my followers are many, my followers are everywhere. Your endeavors are pointless.
under the shrine. There's a pressure plate.